basically the manufacturer warrants the product to be free from defect for the life of the shingle, which in Michigan is 50 years. Okay, so the manufacturer warrants the shingle to be free from defect for the life of the shingle.
For the life of the shingle? Or
For the life of the shingle, or 50 years, which is 50 years here in Michigan. Okay, now, what does that truly mean to the homeowner? Okay, usually on this page, when I talk about warranties, I'd ask them, what are your expectations out of it? I mean, would you want a warranty when you purchase a roof? You want some sort of warranty? Yes. Okay, what type of warranty would you like? Or what are your expectations out of a warranty? Okay. Oh, I want it covered. I want 50 years. I want this. I want that. Okay. Well, first of all these shingles, okay, used to be 20-year, 30-year, 40-year shingles. Basically, what the manufacturers have done is they've taken a 30-year shingle, and now they've made it what they call their lifetime shingle. Okay. You may ask yourself why they can do that. It's very simple, because in their warranty, what it says is it says lifetime limited warranty. Okay, so what they've done is they've squeezed that word limited in between the two words lifetime and warranty. So that tells you there's limitations, right? Okay, well the question is what are the limitations? Okay, the warranty itself, like I said, the manufacturers warrant the product to be free from defect for the life of the shingle. So where does that limited come in? What is limited? Okay, well if you were to pull up a shingle manufacturer's shingle, here's some of the limitations that you'd find.
storm damage?
Well, acts of God
Yeah.
certainly aren't covered. Okay,
Walking up there, putting on Christmas lights.
foot traffic,
Right.
okay, is not covered.
Poor install.
Installation is not covered.
But I'm saying maybe a poor installation job that caused the defect. I'm sure they find a loophole in that warranty, right?
The insulation or
The
installation?
installation of the shingle.
You're absolutely right. Installation. I said, yep. Keep going. Give me a couple more. What else might not be covered by a warranty? What's something that all roofs have to have so that it breathes properly?
Ventilation.
Ventilation. If it's not ventilated properly, okay, that's a limitation. So the way it's installed, I mean, can you blame a manufacturer that's not going to cover installation?
No.
I mean, you go out there, you buy your product, they put it on wrong. Should they be responsible and cover it? Of course not. That's why they have these limitations. If they put it on and they don't properly ventilate it and the roof burns up in 10 years, can you blame the manufacturer for that?
What about preventative maintenance? You know, if their chimney, let's say their chimney tucks bad, and that's causing bricks to fall onto their shingle.
Yeah, that may be a limitation, absolutely, quite possibly. I don't know for sure or not. Okay. Installation, ventilation, I know that. Foot traffic,
Nope.
you know, the guy that goes up on his roof, walks around, takes the blower,
they just
cleans out his
left the
gutters,
message
and hangs
saying
his
they
Christmas
just
lights, and
returning your car.
you know, just one of those
Right.
guys that
Yeah.
gets up on his roof,
Nothing like that. I just looked up the
walks
file.
around, making sure everything's okay. Okay. foot traffic, voids warranty. Okay, now we're gonna get a little crazy.
No, it
Okay.
was me. Maybe it
Things
was
that
Mike or
void
somebody else
warranty,
in the office,
trees
but
around the house.
It was me.
I was gonna say that trees are
That's right.
animals.
Yeah. So yeah, check with
Trees,
everyone.
animals certainly wouldn't be covered under the warranty.
About it, so. All right.
Like you said, acts of God.
What about, let's say the homeowner did a repair themselves to their shingles, and then 2 months down the road had a storm that blew off shingles. I'm sure
That would fall under insurance. That would fall under your insurance if it was storm damage.
Okay.
Okay. So trees, void of warranty. Why is that? Okay. Well, they drop sap, right? They have all that pollen, the leaves, all the other debris that goes through. A stick falls and pokes a hole through your roof. Okay. That sap that falls on the roof will create maybe some mold or some algae. Okay. Because it rains and the trees cover the sun from drying the roof out,
Right.
and that water just sits in the shingles and stays damp.
I rented a house that was like that.
Okay.
Just the whole backside of the garage on the shingles would look like algae.
Just all green and moldy, absolutely. So they're not going to cover that. Okay. Now, again, like I said, we're getting a little crazy here. Okay. Quarter mile from the expressway can void a warranty. We don't feel it. We don't realize it.
Vibration.
Okay. Yep. Vibration. I mean, we could probably sit here, if we listened really hard, we could probably hear the traffic on 94 when a truck goes by.
It's weird as yesterday as I didn't do too much and I just hung out laying on the couch with my kids and shit, and my road runs along the Metro Parkway,
Okay.
and I, like a couple different occasions, I could feel my house vibrating, and my wife says, I feel all the time, anytime a big truck drives by a Metro, you can feel it, and like I can literally feel my house vibrating.
It's more magnified when the ground's frozen.
Yeah.
Because everything's so tight and rigid, right? Well, if this was a pillow and I went like that,
Yeah.
you're not going to find nothing. But, do it in here, look at all the shit moving around, right? So the harder a surface is, the more vibration there can be. Same thing, quarter mile from the expressway, half mile from the train tracks. Okay, remember in school when they taught us the Indians used to put the ear to the ground to try to find the buffalo? Or if they put their ear on the train track, they would know, if a train was coming, because they could hear it. Well, the same thing. So what happens is your house is like vibrating like this, and we don't really feel. So what do you think happens to the nails?
Yeah.
Should the manufacturer be responsible for that? Okay, here's my favorite one. Does your home move or settle? What state do we live in? Okay, might not be settling all the time, but going from the hot to the cold to the hot to the cold to the hot to the cold, right? We learned in school when things get hot and cold, they expand and contract, right? Your house is constantly doing that all year long. And it's that expansion and contraction. So you mean to tell me, if I have issues with my roof, a manufacturer can come out here and tell me it's because my home has movement? Actually, that's not my favorite one. You know what my favorite one is? Normal weathering.
So,
That voids your warranty.
being in the car business, these warranty companies look for any excuse to not cover. So, for instance, let's say your transmission went out. Well, the cause of the transmission going out was because your trans line was rusted. Well, we don't cover rusted trans lines, so now your trans is no longer covered. Is it similar in this industry? Are they looking for any way to not?
Oh, absolutely. And this is what I always ask people. Let me ask you. You know a lot of homeowners, right? You've been on this planet for a while. Every home that somebody owns a home has a roof, right? Has anybody ever told you, hey man, I cashed in on this roof warranty
No.
with great things? No. Why? Because it's non-existent.
So I was gonna say sun exposure, but natural weather. I mean.
Normal weathering.
Weather,
Normal weathering.
I mean, that could cover so many things.
Yeah.
Guys, we live in Michigan. First of all, what's normal about our weather?
Nothing.
So you mean 15 years later, when this roof is breaking down, the manufacturer is going to come out here and tell you that's not covered, that's normal weathering. Well, wait a minute, you told me I have a 50-year warranty. Yeah, but weathering's not included. I can't control the weather. How can I control the weather? How would you expect me to control the weather? That's not covered under your warranty. Normal weathering. Ain't that a kick in the day? So that means any time after year 10, they'll probably come in and tell you, you know, if it was, maybe it was installed properly, maybe it's properly ventilated, and it's still breaking down in year 15 because it's a crap shingle, they're just going to tell you that's normal weathering. In this scenario, could you ever win?
No.
Of course not. So what the manufacturers have done is they have their contractors get these little certifications. So you know we're certified in all these manufacturers. We have them all. They're not hard to get. You could go tomorrow and get one. If there was a seminar near here, you go to the seminar, you listen to a guy talk for an hour, you take a little test about his shingles, you write him a check for $500. When your $500 clears, guess what?
You're certified.
You're a certified installer. Bingo bango. Why do they do that?
Help sell the product.
To help sell their products. Because, hey, I'm certified. I'm a certified installer. I can put this shingle down, I'm certified. What you're going to get is you're going to get a lifetime warranty. This roof is covered for 50 years. Oh, well, that sounds good. Boy, that's great. Oh, that's awesome. Guess what that contractor don't tell you?
All that.
He don't tell you about the limitations. Guess what else he don't tell you? That the certification doesn't mean squat. It doesn't add to the warranty. It doesn't help you out if something happens to the roof. It just helps the manufacturer sell their product. That's it.
So are we truly partnered with Owens Corning?
Yes.
Or is that something we pay for?
Just hear me out. So, the way these warranties really are is they have what's called a 10-year Sure Start warranty. Okay? If it fits into all the parameters, okay, then it was installed properly, it's properly ventilated, you don't have any of those other issues in there, okay? The manufacturer will come out and they'll pay to have the roof tear off, they'll pay for the dumpster, they'll pay for the new material, they'll pay to put it back on. Not a penny out of pocket to you, the homeowner. Okay? But here's the glitch. That's in the first 10 years. After that 10-year time frame, they start prorating it. Okay? So year 10, you get X amount, or year 10, you get the full roof put on there. Year 11, they start prorating it. Okay? Now, where does that 50-year warranty come in? Well, they'll prorate it from year 11 all the way to year 50. They're going to prorate it. But let's be truthful, guys. If they knock that proration period down, every year they knock it down 15 to 20%. Okay? By the time you get to year 15, all you're getting is pennies on the dollar. So they give you a couple $100. Is that really the type of warranty you want? Now, we're a platinum preferred contractor through Owens Corning. What we've done is we've partnered up with them to be able to give you a warranty. You can imagine, there's 20-some thousand contractors in the state of Michigan alone.
Like 5 pieces.
Okay? Most of them are certified through some manufacturer or another. Okay? But Owens Corning, with their program,
No, because I remember when
they only have 17 contractors spread out across the state of Michigan.
put it in. No, I didn't.
No,
17.
What happened was it came through Home Advisor and all of the addresses.
There's never going to be 16. There's never going to be 18. 17 is the number that they designated. And basically what they've done is they've taken the best of the best over the years that have used their products. Okay, there's some criteria you have to meet before you can even do that. First one, you got to have a place of business. Okay, would they want a guy who's working out of his garage to come out here and represent them as a company? Of course not. The Business Bureau is one. Okay. If I got a D rating and I come out here and I show you Owens Corning product and tell you I'm a platinum installer, but I have a D rating, is that going to be any good? Okay, you have to have a good Dun and Brad. That's credit for business. Okay. Do you think they're going to want somebody to come out here who 2 years ago or 10 years ago was this company and then they went bankrupt, so they changed the name, folded, changed the name, started up again, changed the name, folded up again? I don't want somebody who's ever been bankrupt. I don't want to deal with those type of people.
What is our rating with Dun and Bradstreet?
Yeah, just keep an eye on it.
That's good. We've got great marks because otherwise we wouldn't be a platinum installer. Okay, so you have to have, you have to be a legitimate company. And a guy that doesn't have good business credit, guess what? He's probably struggling and his doors may be shut down at any point in time. That's not the kind of contractor you want putting your roof on, is it? You have to be in business a minimum of 10 years. Why? Well, because 9 out of 10 contractors don't even make it to year 5. It's such a minute number of businesses that actually make it. So they want to know that you're already over the hump. So when all those things fall into play, what they do is they put you through a training course. They teach you how to put their roofing products on. Okay? Now, you may ask yourself, why have they put this program together? Okay? I mean, you can go to Home Depot tomorrow and buy half the stuff at Home Depot or Lowe's or Menards. Okay? But if you go out there and you install it, you don't put it on, does Owens Corning know who you are? Would they extend you a warranty? Of course not. Just because you bought all the stuff. They want to make sure that you know what you're doing. When they developed all these products, what they did is they put them through testing. And what they found is they actually made a product that would last 50 years. Okay, the problem they had was who's going to put it on, and that's why they started the Platinum program. And we're very honored to be part of that Platinum program. Okay, like I mentioned, we're one out of 17 companies spread out across the state of Michigan that can offer this true warranty. Okay, now with that being said, what you have is the backing of Owens Corning. If you buy their materials, we put it on. Parts, labor, material, everything's covered. We take it a step further. We also give you our rock solid guarantee. And what that is it states that if anything ever happens, give us a call. Okay? If it's any one of those things on the warranty, limited warranty issue, give us a call.
This 1 year money back guarantee. What was that?
So everything's covered. Parts, labor, material, bumper to bumper for the 50-year time frame. Now we've taken it a step further. We also offer our 1 year money back guarantee. Okay? Obviously, Owens Corning is going to regulate the pricing on these type of products. Okay, they're not going to let some guy down the road sell for 3 times more, right? Just like they're not going to let another guy down the road sell for 3 times less.
Right.
Okay, so they're regulating their pricing. So if you find our product for less, let us know. You got 1 year to do this. You got 1 year to shop around. And if you find somebody that can do this project for less, not only will we refund your money, but we'll refund the difference, but we'll beat it by $100.
Has that ever happened? And if that case were to ever happen, do we get charged back our commission? Okay.
No, because that wouldn't be ours. They're your fault. We're the ones honoring it, right? What it does is it gives the customer a warm, fuzzy feeling about, doing business with us, and the fact that our price is a little bit higher.
Yeah.
You know, and on top of that, if you're one of our platinum customers, what we offer is a free yearly inspection. Now, just so you know, we don't go out to every customer, but if you were to give us a phone call, if you felt maybe the storm blew through and you were worried about a couple of shingles came loose, or you've seen some tree branches fall on top of your house and you're worried if there's any kind of damage, give us a call. We'll come out, we'll take a look at it. And while we're there, we'll do a complete inspection. We'll throw those twigs off the roof. You know, we'll make sure the caulking on the chimney is still good while we're out there. We'll take a walk around, make sure there's no nail pops. Okay, as great of a contractor as we are, I mean, if a nail pops up, it can't be our fault, you know. So what do? We'll take that nail out, we'll put a brand new one in with the barbs on it, so that when it goes in, it seals, and then we'll actually put a sealant over the top again, making sure that it doesn't happen again. I mean, at the end of the day, what kind of warranty would you want? Something that is going to be parts, labor, material covered bumper to bumper, or are you comfortable with just that lifetime limited warranty from the other contractors?
No, warranty. I want the reassurance to sleep knowing I'm covered for 50 years.
Absolutely. Commitment number 3. When you're putting on a roof, would you want a limited warranty or would you want a full parts, labor, material warranty? Would you want a lifetime limited warranty or would you rather have a full parts, labor, material warranty? Now here's where being with Owens Corning is extremely important. Well, Alex, what happens if you guys go out of business next year?
Somebody else start a new one.
Well, shucks, sweetie.
Let me ask you this, are we selling the lifetime warranty? The 50-year one?
Comes with our platinum
That
package.
comes with the platinum package.
Yep. So what happens if we go out of business?
Oh, my foreman's gonna tell them to go to the next guy in the group.
No, I asked him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were asking me.
No, that's why I pointed at him.
Sorry.
That's all right. Well, he just gave you the answer. They're just going to go to the next guy. Okay, that's why there's never going to be 16. If one drops off, they're going to bring the next one up. They want 17. They're never going to put 18 out there saying, oh, we need more platinum contractors. Okay, spread out. That's important to say. If I just tell you there's 17 contractors in the state of Michigan, actually have one guy say, look them up. Oh, if you went on the computer and you looked up platinum, what you'd see is that we're 17, we're 1 out of 17. It's like, okay, that's a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look you up. I'm going to look and see who the other 17 platinum contractors are.
I don't know.
Well, you dumbass, there's 10 of them in the metro area here.
Yeah, you don't want to have them look up anything, right?
No, you never want them. You never plant the seed to go ahead and look it up.
The only thing they need to look at is what we're showing them.
There's one thing that I say, if you were to go to the internet and start looking, and that pertains to ridge vent. Okay, if you were, but nobody's going to ever check that.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm telling them, if you were to go on the internet, you were to look up ridge vent, what you'd find is half the people don't like it. They'll tell you it leaks. Don't put ridge vent on my house, it leaks. The other half will tell you, oh my God, ridge vent was the best thing since sliced bread. Okay, because what I'm doing at that point is I'm comparing 2 different types of ridge vent. Okay, the kind that leaks and the kind that don't. You know, but do you think the customer's ever going to go check that out? No, they're going to take my word for it at this point. Okay. Now, that whole first portion about tying us into Owens Corning. Okay. People can say something can happen to us all they want. Here's Owens Corning. Man, they've been around for 70-some years.
Yeah.
They've been a Fortune 500 company for 61 out of the 63 years that Fortune 500 company's been
Well, that's
in
what
existence.
we're paying to ride their coattails.
We're riding their coattails, absolutely. Okay, so folks, it's not me giving you the warranty; it's Owens Corning,
Yeah.
not the contractor. here's the thing on this warranty, because of the way it's written, parts, labor, and material, I can put my shingles on upside down and backwards, and Owens Corning will still honor that warranty. They'll come out and they'll go, well, this is a bunch of garbage, and they'll pay to have it redone.
Within the first 10 years.
No. That whole time that we get offered a platinum warranty.
Oh, so with the platinum,
There's no
install,
restriction.
There's no restrictions. Okay.
Everything's covered. Parts, labor, material. Okay? Labor being the number one word. Workmanship. Okay, workmanship is how the roof's put on. There's no other company on the planet Earth, shingle company on planet Earth that covers workmanship. You don't know what kind of work you do. It's Corning. Howard knows what kind of work we do. And if we're out there putting our shingles on upside down and backwards, are we going to be a platinum installer for very long?
Oh no.
Oh no, we'll lose that in a heartbeat.
After that job.
We'd be crazy to lose that designation. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
It'd be 1 out of 17 out of the whole state.
What does that cost?
Talk about the best out of the best of the best of the best. Nothing.
Well,
No, we were chosen by Owens Corning to be a platinum installer.
that must have been a great phone call.
Huh?
I said that must have been a great phone call.
Absolutely. Now, is there preferred contractors out there? Oh, fuck, those guys are, it's like being certified.
Yeah.
It's not quite as massive as like CertainTeed or GAF or IKO. Well, IKO doesn't have a certified program, neither does TAMCO. Okay, and those are two extreme builder grade. Hey, listen, the average roof in the state of Michigan is 10 to 15 years. Okay? And you guys should be saying that. If you noticed, I did say it earlier when I got into this, 10 to 15 years. The average roof is 10 to 15 years. So when they offer their Sure Start warranty, why do you think it only goes to year 10? Why do you think they stop at 10 before they start prorating it?
Because they know that between 10 and 15 is the most breakdown.
Shingles actually start about year 7 or 8. They start breaking down. Oh yeah, through the weather and everything, and losing granules, and the asphalt getting hard, algae starts growing on there. Okay, so by the time you're at year 10, that roof's already been weathered. It's already seen, think about it. 10 winters, 10 hot summers, 10 springs, 10 falls.
Shit got me nervous. My house is 10 years old now. I'm thinking I need a roof.
Not necessarily. That's why it's important to get up on somebody's roof and create the need.
Yeah.
Because it can be a 20-year-old roof. If it's ventilated properly, it probably will last 20. And I tell people that, well, you've got proper ventilation, so your roof did last 20. You got past that 10 to 15-year earmark, and you got 20 years out of it. But you also got a little bit better of a shingle. You bought this looks like a CertainTeed shingle, and I'll always tell them CertainTeed. CertainTeed, 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 20 years, CertainTeed. Why do you think that might be? Look at our 4 boxes. You still got that? Right there. You got our 4-box sheet? What's that first package say?
And shingle, 15-pound.
Dimensional shingle,
15-pound felt paper, 3 feet ice water shield, 550 fence, limited warranty.
guess what shingle I sell on that place?
Or
What shingle?
Guess what dimensional shingle I used to fill in that first box?
I don't know anything about
CertainTeed. I just told them, the reason your roof probably lasts, not only is it properly ventilated, but you probably used a CertainTeed shingle. The reason we use CertainTeed, when you get a little bit farther on down in the demonstration, you're going to say the word CertainTeed again. Okay, one of the things we're doing, guys, is we're going to say things multiple times. Okay, and there's a reason for it. Okay? If 4 or 5 times through my presentation you hear me say 10 to 15 years, when I get into close and I tell you that first basic package lasts about 10 to 15 years, what are you going to think? You think I'm full of shit? especially after I proved it? Or are you gonna go, yeah, 10 to 15 years, I get it. I get it. Yep, 10 to 15 years, 10 to 15 years, 10 to 15 years. You heard me say it so much, you don't know yourself if you've heard it somewhere else. Was that just today? Or have I heard that before? And you can ask them. Well, I'm sure you realize the average shingle in Michigan only lasts 10 to 15 years. I mean, you're at your 15 year. Well, yeah. So now when I say it, 10 to 15 years, 10 to 15 years, 10 to 15 years, and I get to that package, and I ask them, of these 4 packages, is there any of them that you just wouldn't do? I'm not going to do that one. I'm certainly not going to do that expensive one. So now I'm left with 2 packages. So I've already narrowed them down. Right? So, planting a seed is